Good evening everyone. So, back again for another round of some Minecraft. So tonight I've got a little special occasion for you guys, well a special announcement. MS Builds has been working on a texture pack. And you may be thinking, oh no, please don't take away the vanilla essence, there we go, we'll say that, of the server. Nope, it hasn't taken away anything, it has just brought so much more to the table. So much more to the table, oh my god. I'm in Dock Lane right now. And I don't know, should we wait for more people to join us or should we jump straight in with me being too excited not to show you what's going on with Dock Lane? I think we're going to jump straight into me showing you what's going on with Dock Lane. There's a nice black screen, so good evening everyone. Why is this not... this is how excited I am. I'm trying to stream the wrong game. There we go. Here we go. Now we can do some more. Now we can look at this, and now you can look at what's in my hand. That is right. MS Builds has retextured iron trapdoors to finally be what they need to be. And that is white window frames to help bring together every build possible. Every build possible. Look at it. Just look at it. The window bars are actually in here now. You've got some lead between each window frame. You've then got the actual beautiful bits of iron trapdoors around here, and barely anything else has been changed. And it's just so subtle, so nice. All those holes are finally gone, and I am so happy with what he's done. Just look. This is what it needs. Yeah, it looks like quartz. It looks like smooth quartz. So let me just place it down here. I'll come out of shaders for a second so you guys can clearly see what's going on here. But honestly, it is beautiful. So Hology, welcome to the stream. Thanks for following. We're just having a little showcase of some of the new stuff that MS Builds has brought to the table. So we now have birch trapdoors that have been textured without that as well. Subtle but has a huge impact. That is exactly what it is. I'm talking so excited right now. It blends, it doesn't have the holes in it, yes. And that is exactly what we want to go for. There is nothing lost. You still see it as Minecraft. You see it as it should be. But here's the thing. So let me show you that now. And then we change it off. Shaders are turned off, not even texture pack. And what it is the impact on the builds are going to be phenomenal. I can't say that word. But yeah, and the idea is when you look at it in the default texture pack, you don't lose anything. Now, we're obviously going to be working on this over, some time, getting it finished, getting it sort of sorted. And then it'll be released to you guys via, I think, Planet Minecraft or some downloadable site, so you guys can also check it out. But yep, so here obviously is what they look like in normal. And the builds, they suffer a little bit because of the holes. So check out Sandstone Wall. Oh yeah, that's the other one. So let me place all these normal blocks down. These normal blocks. And this is just sort of things that, for one, I think the game actually requires by law now. I can't believe they aren't actually in there. My chimneys are holy now, oh god. But this is it. These are the blocks that have been changed. So let me quickly jump back into our very basic. You can see it hasn't been properly sorted yet. We'll sort that out in a bit, don't worry. MS Builds has only been working on it today, and I am literally over the moon with it. So, and then here we go. That's what you're looking at. That is what this texture pack brings to the game. But also there are some other little subtle changes as well, which really help. So black stained glass has now had the sort of iron bar, iron bar, or I guess it's chains detail added around it. So you get this nice little finish, and this helps with building some sort of industrial windows. You've then obviously seen what white glass ends up like. It now actually has the white glass pane around it, and you get some really nice windows now. And you know what? Here's the thing, nothing's going to change in our building styles. So none of these blocks are unobtainable. None of these blocks will look bad in the normal base game, but in our server now and in my videos, you'll be seeing it like this. Oh, I should probably breathe. I'm so excited right now. And just look at those. Look, that is the colour that iron bars should be. Really is. I've never really liked iron bars before, but now they look almost perfect. So yes, so you guys excited to get your hands on that at one point soon? I'm not sure when yet. We'll have to finalised pack. It's currently available to all our builders on the server, just as a nice little, well, not even a thank you. We're not pushing it as a mandatory thing, but it will definitely be a nice to have that you should probably be building in that texture pack now. And it's so subtle, isn't it? You wouldn't know. It doesn't look out of place. Oh yeah. So you know how every sort of YouTuber has a texture pack as a sort of the thing that they like to do? This is ours. And this will be the one that sort of brings that bit more Victorian, that bit more Georgian look to the place. And one more window pane. Oh, what was the other one you did? Oh yeah. This one with a bit more of a darker finish around it. So this has got the, is it dark oak trapdoor, I think it is, texture around it. So you can get yourself some nice brown window panes as well. Ah, guys, it is beautiful. It's so usable now. I mean, all of this stuff was usable before, but ah, it's so good. Right, let me calm down slightly. I was way too excited. I don't know what to expect the sort of outcome would be of you guys looking at this, and so far you guys are also in awe as well. Hello, how are we all? Good, thank you, Rayford. Just been showing off the new texture pack that MS Builds has been working on. I don't know if you saw much of that in the in our chat earlier on. New texture pack, who dis? Exactly. So it's now time to actually put this into good use. But you can just see, look at that texture it brings. Just look at it. Everything feels so much more Victorian. I've not looked at these villas yet. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hang on, hang on. This is what the stream's going to be, just me exclaiming to the Lord, our Saviour. Oh, 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 oh. Wow. 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 This is what Minecraft's been waiting for. Just look at it. And the thing is, you can barely tell the difference. It is like the most subtle of changes. But when it comes to like this is the colour it should be. This is how it should look. Wow. It's subtle change, but it's so amazing. It really, really is. I cannot get over. Look at that. That feels Victorian now. That doesn't feel weird. So, yes. I'm happy you guys are also enjoying this. Man, where can we get that texture pack? So it will be available to all the builders. I don't think we've put it in the Discord just yet, Rayford. I will sort that out in 2 seconds when I'm on the break in a second. But, yes. Look at this place. That works so well. And, look at this. Finally. Finally. It doesn't look terrible. Now, I'm always a man who just, who enjoys, you know, trying to keep the game as basic and as vanilla as possible, while obviously indulging in world edit and debug sticking and all of those little bits and bobs. Now, texture packs to me, I have used to use a texture pack. I used to build in Flows HD. A lot of that town through there was built in Flows. And now this has taken up the building to a next level. To a level that I didn't think was possible for a Victorian town to go. And obviously, as we were saying, the subtleties are nice, but it doesn't actually change much of the actual basic. It's a vanilla plus type thing. It is exactly that, and that is what MS Builds wanted to go for, and that's what I wanted to go for as well. Nothing looks out of place. It actually complements and builds upon the existing styles we've got in this world. The block choices will be the same if you look at it in that, and yeah, don't forget default plus at WBC. Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of idea of it. It's like that, but on the level of Victorianness. I never liked those little holes in the trapdoors. I always felt they looked so wrong. Clearly, they are trapdoors. They're meant to be in the ground. They're meant to let things through. But this, I'm still not breathing right now. I'm suddenly just like realising I haven't taken a breath. But these, just look at them. Look at the windows. I think that is, on its own, Probably one of the most subtle little details that just brings out these builds. That gives you so much more depth in that building there. Oh, so nice. Anyway, if you want to watch me make noises all video, then you've come to the right place. Ah. Ooh, exquisite. Just look at them. They actually suit a graveyard. MS Builds, you're a genius. This is like an Apple launch, isn't it? This is where Matey Boy, CEO of Apple, comes on the stage and just throws things at the crowd, saying, "You can have an iPhone. You can have an iPhone." But you guys can't have this just yet. Soon. We'll work out when, but soon. And I think it'll be. Do you know what? I said this as well. Like, if we give you the tools to be able to build in a bit more of a Victorian way by doing these sort of mini changes to builds, these subtle changes, I think it will help in the long run because it will get more people into building into it. But yeah, hey Nerdark, welcome to the stream. We're just showing off a new subtle texture pack that has been designed by one of our esteemed builders on here, MS Builds. And the main changes that are in it is, as you can see here, iron bars have been updated to a better texture. We also have iron trapdoors are no longer iron, they are of quartz and just absolutely bring a build to life. White glass now has a window frame around it. I actually posted about this on Twitter the other day, and it is a quality of life upgrade. This I posted about this on Twitter I think a couple of weeks ago, saying, you know, windows should have iron bar or should have like window bars in them. And I think there's quite a few texture packs out there that do add it, but this adds it on the level of a Victorian or a Georgian style. So yeah, Wobex, welcome to the stream. So we're just discussing this new texture pack that MS Builds has been designing. It's going to be available to all the builders to try out on the server, and then from there we'll get it rolled out to everyone else. They had it but very translucent. Yes, yeah, obviously they did, and obviously they, you know, but they didn't have this. They didn't have this nice brown outline, which would actually complement this building right here. It's right up your alley. Okay, let's put those in. There we go. Much better. This is the texture pack. Nice. Yes, it's a texture pack that we have that I've been working on. MS Builds has worked on building our server, and he has come together, and we finally decided to bite the bullet and get ourselves a quality of life upgrade, a texture pack that adds a bit more of a unique Victorian feel to a lot of these buildings. So trapdoors are now, well, iron trapdoors are now actually quartz trapdoors, or literally slabs of quartz that you can put up on the side like that. And I think it's going to work quite idea. Back for more noises. Well, we haven't finished the noises yet, so you've come to the right place. I don't know what else I can really say about it, apart from it's amazing. You guys will get it soon. And I'll probably make a video on it actually once we get all the pieces ironed out, because yeah, you can just tell it brings a build a bit more to life. It gives you that extra little details, those subtle details. Now we just need quartz walls. MS, you've outdone yourself, sir. Tip of the old hat to you. Ah, yes. Wobex, yes, iron bars do look pretty damn good, don't they? Happy noises. This is as happy as I probably can get. So there is that. What are we building tonight? Well, the idea was to build the rest of the vicar's house, get his little, I guess, greenhouse in here we were going for, weren't we? Now, which way is south facing? This area, but it's going to be covered in trees. We do need a big tree in the corner there. And yeah, I don't know how am I going to recover from this. Hello, the new texture pack makes everything look more pretty. Yes, it does. But it doesn't, like I'm saying, it doesn't take away from anything from this building. Like, you wouldn't know you weren't looking at a Minecraft default textured building. There are a few subtleties that clearly have changed. But it's the same textures that actually exist in the game, so it's just been repurposed. Yes. Oh, 1,000 times yes. So we have to carry on putting these darker beams in here. But yeah, so who's actually interested in possibly using this in the future then? Because this is obviously the prototype. We're going to get sorted and patched up and driven out to you guys. Well, that's exactly that, yes. It's exactly that. Of course, me. What type of question is that? Did you like my crown teaser reaction? Oh, yes, I did. Do you know what, Webex? I actually loved that. And I was trying to think about how I could replicate that in my swimwear somehow. So I need to find out a good place to do that. But yes, so let's all take a little calming pill and just carry on with this now. Yeah, I really like that. I'm very interested in this texture pack. Oh, lovely stuff. So yeah, I think it's going to be a sort of a defining point now for the server. We have our own texture pack. We're not going to force everyone to use it on the server, and like I said, it doesn't actually change anything. Everything is as it would be. It's just got a nicer finish to it. You know, I don't know how else to explain it really. I think that's probably the only way we can say it. It is the same game. It's not like we've taken purple blocks. I can't say that very well. And made them black. That's not what we've done here. I know there's some texture packs out there that do that. A solid birch door. I don't know. I like birch doors for like conservatory doors. You'll be lurking, no worries. But yeah, Wobex, that was really cool. I like that sort of thing. I like those little cinematics. I think they always come off very well. Where can I get this texture pack? So I'm just going to share it in. Didn't even know. Should have done one of those. Oh, right. Yeah, but people moan about me pinging it. Right, let me quickly get this in here. Where can I get it from? But yeah, like I said, we're going to sort out a place for you guys to be able to get your hands on this soon enough. I've just emailed you the TP update. I retextured the iron bars and black stained glass using the iron colour from anvils instead of chains. The chains had slightly too much blue hue to them. Oh right, so this is the thing. Obviously, it's all going to get updated as well. So we'll try that out in a second. You're not a fan of the blue hue? Probably not actually. It's quite blue, isn't it? Let's have a look at the new one then. So let me quickly just download that. But yeah, so if you guys have any ideas of what else you reckon could work with that, then just let us know. It's always good to get a few ideas as well. And that, I think for now we might just keep this one on while I download that one for a second. But yes, anyway, welcome to the stream if you've just joined. Tonight we're going to carry on building this vicarage here, which is actually looking quite smart if I do say so myself. And then I'm going to stick a row of houses through there. And then the workhouse over here, yes. Why is that not downloading? Alright, I'll sort that out after the stream, I think. Just going to jump on the server for 20 seconds to see what my buildings look like with it on. Ah, cool. Are you currently not about to play them, Rafen? So a greenhouse. How am I going to build a greenhouse? I'm guessing... Have you also retextured the white glass? Yes, you have. Oh man. mean, as a greenhouse, that would look incredible. Oh, that's fair enough. Now that is on the questionable side. We'll have a look, see what we can do with that. I'm gonna have to look up how to build Edwardian greenhouses, I think, because I've got some ideas in my head, and I think I've only got the idea of that barge that Grian built on Hermitcraft as a sort of greenhouse idea, and I'm like, I can't do that, can I? You'll notice here as well, I'm carrying on like the same motif of the walls all the way around, even if it is slightly higher or lower somewhere. And that's just because that's the idea for this area. It's got the same sort of indented wall. It's all part of the church complex. So let's try and measure this out. Is Green's Victorian even accurate? Now, that is a question and a half. The answer to that is possibly no, but it's also yes. So I would say his Victorian stuff is of an interest. It's not this. It's not like true to form Victorian buildings. He seems to do a bit more of a stylized Victorian building. There's nothing wrong with his stuff. It looks good. It's just not. It's not on the level of Victorian I like to take my builds to. I mean, for me, I still stylize stuff. Nothing I build is 100% accurate, but his way of building Victorian buildings. He did the Georgian build once, and it was nice. There was a whole, I think, time-lapse build thing on it. When you search Georgian houses, it comes up. It was good, but it's not the type of Georgian house I would ever build. I would build it a lot differently. I mean, the way he did it, he wasn't using the debug stick. He wasn't using the server cheats we have on here in order to do it. He was obviously using just levers and that to make it work. So I think in that video, in order to make his iron trap doors work, he built them on the outside of the wall. That makes sense. I'll show you what I mean. So there was the walls like this. They had the windows in between. Well, then, now this looks perfectly fine with that window frame in there. But I think what he had done was this. Place it on there. These won't open properly because... Hang on. And then behind that, there were levers. So that brought that up. It was on the outside of the build. I mean, it does work, but yeah. Your white stained glass doesn't have the frame, nor the... What? I've given you literally the same file as I have. Have you got two texture packs on? I have some, or at least similar opinions on builders like Grian. They're clearly good, but the style has changed from being Yeah, well, that's the point. I can't ever say I'm going to go full accuracy. I like to have my mix between the two. But it becomes a point at which you probably can't call something Victorian if it's no longer styled in that way. Yeah, I would rather be as close as possible. Like let's take this little toilet, for example. It is what it is, but it's close to reality. So that's good enough for me. Yeah, I lost some sleep over that window last night. Trying to figure it out in my head. Little drain pipe on there. Connected textures. Yeah, you need to turn connected textures off. Is that what's causing that? So I don't have connected textures turned on. Let's see if that changes anything. Looks down monocle. Close, but no smoking pipe, yes. Oh, had some... Oh, right. Oh, connected textures now work. Oh, okay. Do I start using connected textures again? don't know. Does it give that weird hue effect over that? Fast fancy. Fancy. The connected textures are supplied by the resource pack. Yes, you can. Oh yeah. Interesting stuff. Yeah, so I have nothing against people the likes of Grian and that. I think that obviously they are amazing builders, and I can never probably come close to their level of success. But it is what it is with the style. You know, you either go full on accuracy if you can, like let's say MS Builds. He likes to go as accurate as possible. You can't have them on, huh? No, you can. Yes, you can. It works, yeah. What should we go for? Let's go for a nice large alder tree. That's probably the... yes. No, not butcher. We don't want to kill everything. We want to clipboard. I'm sitting so far away from my face today. Hang on. What? But yeah, out there, I don't think there's many other Victorian builders these days at all. At all. Just turn off the shader resource pack. That's automatically on. Do you have a shaders resource pack? I've never had a shaders resource pack on. Oh, do we have a tree in the middle of the garden? Do we have a tree in the middle of the garden? Oh, what? I never knew that was a thing. Okay. Is this not working? Have I got to type -A and O together like that? Rowie, hello there, welcome to the stream, how's it going? Well, Optifine textures are what allow you to have connected textures in the first place, I swear. Huh? Are you, okay. I mean, I'm having absolutely no trouble showing it off right now. There we go, that's where I wanted you. Do I want you right into corner? I mean, give a good idea of where you exist. Yeah, we'll have it there then. We'll have that one. We'll try and get them on the other side of the wall. There we go. Sorry, this is just pasting trees with WBC builds. Where we spend all night going, a tree shouldn't be there, mumbling to myself constantly. So we're going to leave that bit there, so a bit of light can come through onto the greenhouse that will sit in here. I probably want to put another tree in here, so let's select another one up. But yes, anyone that's just joined the stream, I am streaming building a beautiful vicarage, which be this house here. And I'm also showing off my new texture pack that we've just had introduced to the server that the wonderful MS Builds has built. And as you can see, we now have quartz trapdoors, because why not? And also window panes that have actual panes around them. Beautiful things. Oh, and also chains that don't look like, well, iron fences that don't look like chains. Ooh, is that what connected textures is doing to my eyes? See if I turn it off. I had no problem without connected textures on them. There you go. Get off with you. Air producer pog. Okay. But yeah, so how is everyone this evening? What are you all up to? That doesn't change that texture. Okay. Does that take away that? I don't really know. I don't know if that did anything or did anything. I don't know if it's even enabled in there. But yeah, we're just going to switch between all sorts of things tonight while I'm faffing around. Leave that on. Anyway, back to putting trees in the garden with a stick. So what I'm going to do is load in a different tree. I think we're going to go for a beech tree. Probably going to go for a large beech tree. There we go. And with that, I'm going to make a new clipboard. And that can go around about inside the house. Am I missing a bit of this command here? Hology, where are you? Holler at me. What does that even do? Does that allow me to do what I want it to do? I want you over this way. Hang on. I have a funny feeling it's not working properly. Oh, Hology, am I using this correctly? Oh, you are actually watching. This brush, this is how you're meant to do... Oh, you can't bind it to there. This is how you're meant to do the pasting of the clipboards, isn't it? But I don't want it there. I want it where I pasted it. It's happening because the person who copied it standing further away. Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I was thinking was going to happen, and now it's not too sad, actually. It's not too bad, and that doesn't look too bad. Lots of lovely trees in that garden. Although it's probably going to be quite hard to get a greenhouse in there now. We'll stick a greenhouse in the back bit there. It is, isn't it? So I'm thinking of probably a command that's to do with Voxel Sniper then, where you can paste it, obviously based upon different area of where you're shooting it at. Also, I'm probably thinking of that other tool I've got that no one else is allowed. That schematic brush. SBR, SRB. Well, I don't even remember what it's called. Lovely TP, my windows are interesting now. Perfect. Alright, I better head off. School night and all. Yeah, I forgot what time it was. I had dinner so late tonight. It's Miss Moody has followed. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you enjoy what's going on tonight. Gonna finish my work with music on in the background, but when it went live, so I finished my work with WBC in the background, saying ooh and ah. Don't worry, there's gonna be more oohs and ahs later on tonight. We've got a lot to show off using this new beautiful texture pack that I have acquired from my good friend MS Builds. So what I'm gonna do now is go on round, start decorating this garden up a little bit. Got some lovely big trees in here now. There's probably going to be scope for maybe a couple more trees in the backs of these gardens, just to liven it up a little bit. By liven it up, I mean throwing trees in the middle of the roads, because that helps liven things up. That one can probably sit there, all right. Put one here. Yeah, put one there for a second. Ooh, Zanar's confirmation. I mean, you guys are here to make that. I'm not going to make that of myself, am I? So what I'm going to do now is probably grab out a brush and start painting down a little bit of texture around the base of this tree. So what I like to do for that is rub my hands first in glee of waiting to create a brush, because I love doing it so much. Let's make a cylinder brush of, I'm going to go for coarse dirt. I've never said that correctly in my life. It's always coarse. It's the farmer coming out on me. Right. Puzzle, maybe a bit of puzzle. Definitely a bit of 2, but I think 2 is going to have to probably take the dominant role in this. You can take the back seat while you take shotgun. We'll give you a size of Uno. Challenge accepted. Okay then. You can make yourself a beautiful compilation video of me going, ooh, ah, ooh. Ivavu. No, I'm not going to do that. So what I'm doing is just going around the trees here and texturing the bases so they look a little bit more like they've been in the ground for a little while, where a bit of grass has, you know, died away. And it just helps bring out a bit more texture in here. Same along the edges of the fence line here. You want to keep your fence line edges looking interesting. Obviously not that interesting. I probably should have... Nah, we're going to stick with this. Because I'm going to put some bushes along here. Bushes always look good. And there's going to be a little pathway that comes from there into the centre of the garden. And from the centre of the garden, it's going to go out. And maybe round the corner there. We're going to put... What do we want there? So we've got 2 chimneys up. Now these 2 chimneys, do we want them to actually have breasts? Do you want them to have chimney breasts? No, they're kind of built into... not sure. Not sure indeed. If we give them chimney breasts, does that take up the whole wall? Yeah. Is that actually in line with it? No. Am I knowing what I'm doing? No. So, I mean, at this point, I guess the chimney breast could go back in, so we don't lose any of this crenellation up here. Hi, yeah, I'm not going to do that. It's very true, actually. But I'm not in the mood for command blocks right now. I mean, is it taken away from this building, or is it adding to it? Don't really know. Hey, did I just miss a surprise? You have not missed a surprise yet. The surprise is still ongoing every day. It's a recommended shortcut by Doctors of Health. Yes, it is. So, the surprise, Zio, is we have a texture pack that MS Builds has decided to make. Now, this texture pack does not take away anything from the vanilla feel. No, it just enhances it with making windows look like that. And also, don't know if you can see it out the corner of my eye, trapdoors that were iron are now quartz. So, yeah. Oh, and also iron bars are now also chains. And Hourglass also has different window frames around it. And there's a whole plethora. There's only one other block to show you, and that's this one. The quartz has also been, not quartz, birch trapdoors have been updated to have a full texture through them now as well. So they give you a better look. And actually, what I can do here, because these now look presentable or respectable in those famous words, go around the windows and give yourself a nice little. Does that look okay? Kind of liked the white around it. Don't really know. Anyway, that's kind of what's happened here, and now the whole of Whiteburg is looking completely beautiful. Fancy, fancy. Yes, it's very fancy. Just look at that. I mean, now you're here, and we haven't been there in all of 5 minutes. Should we go? Should we go take a look? Should we put shaders on and go have a look already? We're only 40 minutes into the stream, and I'm already shaking with anticipation again. You know where we're going, don't you? You all know where we're going. Should we go there in style, or should we take the canal? Let's take the canal. As the sun bakes down on us, you get this little glimpse of things that didn't used to be there, but now are there. And here we go round. Oh, these houses. They just look so perfect now. Look at this. Now, I have been informed MS Builds has already released chapter 2 of this, so we need to find out what he's done to update that slightly. I think there's a little texture issue with the bottoms showing around the edges, MS Build. I'm not sure if that's what's intended, but we'll see. That doesn't look too bad actually from a distance. Wet dreams of commands. Okay, yes, here we go. And just look at these window boxes and window frames. It just screams Victorian, it screams Georgian, it screams at you night and day compared to how it used to look. But, you know, as I was explaining, it takes nothing away from the way we build these buildings. All of this can be built in default. All of this can be built looking as it would do in vanilla. Everything looks fine. I've apparently managed to permit the term wet dreams. I didn't know that was a non-family friendly thing. But, yeah, is that drool in the corner of your mouth? Maybe. It could be curry, actually. I'm going sleepy well. I'm going to sleep well good night. Yes. But look at this. Just look at the way that works. Look at the way that works. It's so subtle, isn't it? There is like no... You can't look at that and go, well, that doesn't look like Minecraft anymore. I'm going to unsubscribe from you because you're a lying cheat. No, this still looks 100% like Minecraft, just with some quality of life, little details added. The back of these buildings now looks somewhat attractive. And we've lost him. My dock laying quota has been fulfilled. Well, it's about to be oversubscribed. Ooh. Here we go, round the bend, almost there. But yeah, there's just something about this texture pack that just works. And as we come up, my heart starts to race again. I really should calm myself down slightly, but just finally, this looks perfect. So tomorrow, I'm going to spend most of my day making renders of all my builds in this texture pack now. So expect to see hundreds and hundreds of renders of this street, unfinished as it is, as beautiful as it is. Just look at this finally, this works as intended. There's no creepy hole in it. 100% make fanfics of WBCs and Dog Lane. Oh man. Everything here is perfect now. This building, let me just change to having the time looking the other way. Just, it works so well. I've never been this, well I have been this happy quite a few times today already, but there is something about having a quartz trapdoor or a quartz half brick or a quartz slab like that. Everything just looks perfect. It looks incredible. I am in love with this texture pack. Ooh. Ooh. What else has been changed? So I don't think any. Ooh. 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 Yeah. I like that. Sorry, you lost me there. Oh. Oh, I'm a slight flutter here. That is beautiful. That is perfect. The desired effect has been achieved. Should we leave the stream alone for 10 minutes? Yeah, I'm going to take a break in about 5. Oh, guys. He's making my life easier. Ugh. Ooh, let's move quickly from there. Yes, it is actually perfect. Can't fault you there, WBC builds. I meant MS builds, but sure, we'll call you WBC builds for now. That looks so nice now. It's the white texture around the windows, as in the actual window panes themselves, bring this building to life. The whole thing itself is just a plain box, but those window panes just make it perfect. And so does this. That now looks like an actual iron fence you would find out front of house somewhere. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy. Yes, thank myself for this. I didn't even have anything to do with it, but I'm going to thank myself for this. Sorry, MS Builds, I didn't mean to thank myself. Ooh. 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 Just look, house. You can't, because this building's actually quartz, you can't see it, but it brings that window slightly closer together. And everything just makes me happy. This is not a building video today, guys. This is just a... Ooh. Anything else we want to look at? I mean, we can look at... Ooh. We can look at this place. Mind out the way, Tram. What have you caused? Yes. He has caused absolute carnage. Oh. Gets a little bit ASMR here. So many noises. Oh, it is just... Oh, guys, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see the office. Oh, yeah. You'll see my office? Okay, I'll show you my office. Let's go on in. Mine's the, yeah. I need a staircase up to the office. That's never been thought about, really. Let's close these doors behind me. The office actually has nothing to do with this new texturing. Oh, it does a little bit. But yes, this is where I come and sit and gaze down the high street. All of half rendered of it, and sit here, and I am wearing my clothes. Good. I was a little bit worried then. You never know. But anyway, should we get back to building? Ooh, I like... Have you noticed that? There's actually a hard edge to that window now. No way. No way. That is beautiful. Hang on. Oh, man. That texture on the walls. Alright, you've lost me, guys. I'm done for the night. Thank you, and see it. That looks really nice. That looks so good. What is this sorcery? Well, we built quite a bit yesterday. What is going on with that window, didn't we? What did we do yesterday? Oh, I went and started playing Europa for ages. I was left by myself, sitting there talking to myself for a little while. But yeah, that's your fill of the server for tonight. I think everyone's seen enough. I was there. Oh, you were there. I wasn't talking to myself. Okay. Good. It's good. Wow. We actually got quite a lot done, and I was invaded by... No, I ended up having to start a war to have France's sovereignty under my own. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, no worries. That's fine. I wasn't expecting anyone to stay and listen. Hey, this little house is coming along nicely. Stay till the end. Thanks, mate. But yeah, how is it already that time? So what is this Among Us, and why do I not know about it? Please explain. Also, where did that tree just go? What's the difference between internal shaders and shaders turned off? So this is internal shaders. This is the shaders that Optifine brings to the game. Now, if I turn shaders off, this is what the base game looks like without shaders installed at all. This is how Minecraft vanilla looks. Everything looks a bit darker. And that's about it. I don't think there's any other changes. Murder mystery, but with friends, and it's tearing friendships apart. Oh, okay. Wonder if I can get some people on to play that then. Probably should be able to. Everyone seems to be playing it on all the streams at the moment. I'm still playing Minecraft because that's all we do here. But yeah, so you can see I have got myself some new little bits of fun to play around with. Was this the one I chose? Oh, it was. Lucky guess. So yeah, that's kind of all there is, the difference between the two. Right, so what sort of path do we want? I want a sort of gravelly path, but not too gravelly, but not too ungravelly. So let's... Did you understand what I said then? Because I didn't. I'm going to spend my diamonds on a gardening utensil. And I'm going to give it a brush. Get a bit of cylinder of... I think I'm going to go for 1, and then maybe 1.5. Maybe a bit of 13 as well. Always like a little bit of 13 in there. However, equally, that's a bit on the large side. MS Builds has rage quit again. Now what I'm going to do is just come on through here. No, this isn't what I want. What's usually the best one? It's usually a sphere, isn't it? Yeah, because that's just like individual. Yeah, there we go. You say gravel, but not a lot. Well, I didn't know what I said then, so that's fine. Thank you. You translated my own brain from me. Have a little garden path, and it also forks up this way. I said fork, and it comes round here, goes up towards tree. There'll be bushes around, and it will get a bit bushier, a bit more interesting. And then we'll have a bit more fun with it after that, you know. I've gone on Matt Lucas there. Right. Yeah, I'm going to put a little, I think over this way, there'll be a little gate, so you can exit and enter. Exit, entrance and ingress. Ingress? Egress. Never like that word. What's this? I use common sense and logic to answer questions. I don't understand what I say more than half the time. Yeah, that is very much true. The words that come out of my mouth are no more logical or lyrical or translatable. Ah, perfect. Right. Than most men. Somebody just tell me to stop talking. I'm too excited to know what I'm trying to say. Lo, how's it going? It's going good. Welcome to the stream. Today I'm exclaiming in absolute admiration for MS Builds, where he has designed us a texture pack. Do you want to see it again? No, not yet. Please don't show everyone again. We've only just started the stream. We'll show you it in a bit, don't worry. We're going to have a 2-wide gate there, are we? No, not everyone needs to look into the vicar. Only his entourage. Yes, don't worry, we hadn't forgotten about the vicar and his devious doings. I wonder if there are any vicars out there watching now. We asked this question yesterday and the response was surprising. The answer was someone's dad was a vicar and also someone lived in a vicarage. So we got the answers we were looking for, but neither of which answered with, yes, they have a sort of entourage that follows them around. I think that looks quite nice. Lovely lawn. Lovely lawn. Should we mow it? Don't know about that. What is a vicar? So a vicar in English, I guess, is the term for a priest. So we don't tend to call them priests, but we also do call them priests, and you may call them. What's the other word you may call them? Father, pastor. I tend to call it pastor because I can't pronounce pastor very well, because pastor just sounds like I'm saying pastor posh. And yeah, a vicar, a priest, a clergyman, man of the cloth. Is there any other words? Priest? Have I said priest? Perhaps a priest as well. And did I say priest? I don't know. So anyway, those are the names that the vicar also has. Priest, there we go, another one. And it's, I guess vicar is probably more English. If you go to Ireland, I think they say father quite a bit, don't they? It's a pastor, yeah. Or a piece of pasta. But they tend to be more based in a village. They would be the main sermon giver, the main go-to guy for God. I like that. We'll call them go-to guys for gods instead, and that's quite a mouthful. And that will be their main job. So this is the house because it's next door to the church. Put quite a nice big bush around the bottom of this tree. Give it a nice bit of bushiness. We'll come back around and add a little bit of detail onto the top of it. Give it a little bit of ferns or something. But once you get a bush in there, everything becomes looking quite good. But anyway, this is his house, and this gets passed on to each and every vicar who mans the land, farms the fields. He doesn't farm the fields. Just keeps the sheep of the Lord, the lambs of the Lord. I'm not a Christian person. I don't do God and that. So for me, it's all a bit not mundane, all a bit foreign. But I do understand the build-up of it all. So obviously, in the country at the time, religion was very strong. I think it still is now, but only in select groups and circles. And yeah, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Vicar of Dibley, there we go. Vicar of Dibley. Now, she was a funny pastor. She was a piece of ragu or linguine. Oh, God. What is this joke? I'm not, no one's laughing at it. You're not even laughing at it. Stop saying pasta. Right, we've got quite a big bush at the back here. So you may notice as well, I haven't actually put out yesterday's stream yet on the old YouTubes. I apologise, I shall do that after this stream tonight. Give you guys something to watch straight away after this. Now, what I was being told the other day while I was scooting around the Twitters is that one of the best ways to engage with the community on Twitch is to raid someone after I've finished, so you guys have somewhere to go. A congregation is sometimes called a flock, yes. It's because a flock of sheep, because of the old shepherd, the Lord is my shepherd type motif. Anyway, so I need to know who I should go and raid. That's the thing. Because I'm obviously knackered by the time I finish my 4 and a bit hour streams. And the idea of going to go see someone else what they're doing for a bit always, I don't know, feels a bit like, oh god, I'm knackered. Lambs and God and all that, exactly. So, yeah, let me know if there's any budding streamers out there you also watch who would benefit from a little bit of a what was I going to say then? No. Just a little bit of a raid. There we go. Let's say that. I was about to get all Viking on them, but yeah. So if you do think of anyone, let me know, and we can follow them, go have a little look, and see what they're up to. Especially if we get a few people left here towards the end of the stream. So Lancelot is back. I've just lost my wand. Right, what do you guys think of the garden so far? I think it's coming together quite nicely, if I do say so myself. It's getting a bit of texture out of this building now. The building's quite plain, it's quite boring, it sits here as a mundane structure, but if we get a little bit of detail around it, maybe another tree in this corner here. Let me see where this one lands. In somebody's grave, actually. Actually, that helps. That helps frame a lot of things. I think that grave requires a tree in it. Huh. We shall stick with it. Actually, it didn't seem to land in a... He says, very, very, very much landed in a grave. Poor sod. Right, let's cover that round. Oh, you're fine. There we go. There are people who get buried under trees in order for them to... Not buried under trees, but with like seeds of trees in them. And then they grow up and they are that tree. That breaks that corner up nicely. I like that. It means here we could probably get away with, I don't know, a smaller variant of a tree. Now, I was tempted to make my own tree. I don't do this very often, but we can give it a go. So what I'm going to do is grab out another tool. I always like using different things. We're going to do the big tree tool. So that's not really what I wanted to go for. There we go, we've got that one there. Now what I'm going to do is grab out this iron sword. We've already got it here. BR of a sphere. We're going to stick it 80% with 1812. Now 1812 is leaves that don't decay. Did MS Builds make quartz walls into a texture pack? No, he didn't. We decided not to use quartz walls because that then becomes a little bit on the... It's no longer Minecraft side. That becomes a bit of a... It could be a texture pack sort of thing. And not a texture pack, like a resource pack. At this point, the blocks we are using are as they would be used normally. So iron trapdoors, I would always use around windows anyway. So it doesn't change it up too much. But if we start using diorite walls instead of quartz, you know, as quartz walls, it's no longer really the base game at that point. So I kind of said no. Use, what's that? Use large oak. Oh, okay. Well, I got the tree. I got the tree I wanted in the end. So enemy, what? 12-0 there. So what I'm going to do is just... It's probably not enough, is it? No, it's not enough. Not enough. Not enough damaging stuff. So put it up to about 30%. That down to about 70. What defines a texture pack from resource pack? I would say resource pack adds something to the game. Texture pack probably just textures it. Same thing under different names, so fair enough. Yeah, I whatever I just said then is very, very much not the true answer, and you should never take my word for anything. I am a blabbering buffoon of a man who's trying to make a tree with a sword. And failing miserably. Let's get some... Let's whack that up to about 60%. And it's down to about 40. Take it down to 1 and just start trimming away at this. You led me astray. I feel betrayed. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Although resource packs, I think, have some upgrades like 3D model rails. Yeah, that's what I mean. They add something to the game. For me, I'm quite an old school player, so texture packs were what they were called. They then got upgraded to resource packs in some version of Minecraft later on. I don't remember when. I don't know if I like that tree. I think what I could do is probably thicken out the base a little bit. It's a bit on the skinny side for what it is. Give it a bit more of a, yeah, a bit more of a bottom. Dig away this bit. So when I make custom trees, for myself, I like to just take a real tree and just have at it with some leaves, bit of air. It's like blow drying candy floss. Let's say that, shall we? It's like blow drying candy floss. To any Americans out there, candy floss is cotton candy, but we just call it candy floss, which I think is a much better word for it. Yeah, people used to use the two interchangeably. Yeah, that's kind of my understanding of it as well. Does that tree take away or add? Don't know, it's just a bit more of a shaped tree, isn't it? I like it, it's a bit more puffy. It's got a bit more structure to it. It's, someone's come out and pruned it. I think if we put maybe a branch or two in here, it might add a bit more depth. A bit more meaning to it. A bit more meat to put on the bones. Don't really know. But what I do know is if I look at this in shaders, it's going to look terrible because we're facing north. That doesn't look terrible at all, does it, guys? I actually really like that. I think that tree helps plug that gap really nicely. What do you guys think? I'm really happy with that house. I think that's a proper vicarage. That you got some old trees, you got some newer trees, you've got a church. Hey, I'm really happy with that. MS Builds, what do you think? I don't know. This tree, I'm still alluding to it. Get a bit shorter, smaller, faster, harder. There we go. Takes a bottom chunk out of it. Yeah, so once we get this little bush finished around the front, get a bit of lawnage going on there, and then maybe a small little greenhouse at the back. And the vicarage should be done, and then we can move on to finishing them buildings off, getting that building in, school through, other little row of buildings, pub, workhouse, water tower, more houses, more houses. But yeah, shades adds to the effect. Yeah, it does. It really does. Like, it doesn't take away. Let's give it a little bit of time to it as well. Maybe a 4 PM shot, see what it looks like. Hey, that's a nice little looker there. I mean, you come stand in the garden. I need to put some windows on the side here. There's going to be one in between those two chimneys. You come in here, and you've got quite a nice little house on the go. South-facing garden, which is kind of what they wanted to go for at the time. But, yeah, now it's set in a nice little landscape with some trees around it. It doesn't look so austere. Anyway, guys, I'm going to pop off for a quick little break. I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. See you then. Right, there we go. I didn't leave you guys too long, did I? So let's carry on building this beautiful little vicarage. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like on the map. That's not the map. On the map. There we go. So you can see we've got a nice little road forming here. We've got the entirety of Bridge Street on one side done now, which is really good. I'm just loving this still. This little moustache guy. What do I want to build there? Oh yeah, double bayed house. But yeah, with these trees in here, it is starting to come together. Let me get that in there. And we can see we've got a bit more to do. Just a small little bit to do. But not gonna lie, this latest section I've been building, I've really enjoyed it. There is something about this new style I've picked up. This different way of doing a lot of the same builds I have been doing, but now in a bit more of a, I don't know, refined way. I'm no longer trying too hard with it, if that makes sense. But anyway, let's get back to the game. So we're going to finish off this little area here. Just going to shape this tree a bit more. You know when you have a tree that you just don't 100% fall for? Yeah, that's what I'm feeling about this one. Anyway, let's get a bit more of a yew tree coloured bush in here. Always love to fill it all up and get a bit more of this in. But yes guys, what you up to tonight, if anyone's still out there watching the stream? Just going to chill for a couple more hours, get this finished. Really want to get this nice little project signed and sealed off. But yeah, is this the sort of house you want a tutorial on? It seems like a fairly functional, well built, could be done in survival type house. So do let me know. Not sure what to do with that side of the house. It's always like a random patch in these sorts of houses. Although, you know what? I've just figured it out, and I should have done it sooner. But this house needs a drive. So obviously now there's motorcades and motorcards and all things fancy and dealy. The vicar is a man about town. He has an entourage to pull around with him, so he kind of needs to actually have a motor car that can go in and out of his drive. So we're going to get himself a little driveway in here. I'm going to use the same old technique that I have been using, which is not to plant trees there. Now I want to get a spade out, or maybe even just get my wand out and get my wand out, get my wand out. There we go. Don't say that too many times in the park. And set this as, let me get a little list up, and we can set it to a nice selection of, actually we'll probably just go grass block, grass path. And then this will probably fill up this whole side here. And I'll kind of come out with a spade and do the rest by hand. We'll probably take back a bit from here, so we don't want to be completely underneath this window here. Might put a little bit of a flower bed in there. But yeah, I think that looks good. Maybe a bit more this side as well. And this would just be where, you know, you bring your car in, you park it, and it'll give you a little path off down to the back, where, you know, you can get in there, get your marrows out, get your big old cucumbers and whatnot out, so you aren't always left with Mrs. Vicar looking, can vicars marry? I can't remember the rules behind that. Someone in the comments below, let me know whether a vicar can marry a priest. Right, so there's a little driveway in there. I think that looks quite alright. Do we stretch it all the way down the back? I think what we're going to do is actually probably just have a little path that comes off this down the back. So I think maybe we'll bring it in from the corner that's flailing. There we go. Big old cucumbers, yes. Yes, vicars can marry. Interesting. I think that probably is what differs them from priests as well, if I'm not mistaken identically. That wasn't a word. Anyway, I'm going to do this by hand because I like watching you guys suffer. And you also like watching me suffer, so we're sort of in the same boat there. So, you know, half a dozen of one and 12 of the other, or whatever they say in olden days. So it opens up into a bit of a grassy patch around here. This is where he probably keeps his wood at the back of this. We could give him a little wood pile. What should we go for? I think maybe just a bit of oak, just a couple of logs of oak just stacked up. Now, how would I detail this without making it look too clumsy? I think maybe just not like that at all. Maybe a couple of logs, a couple of slabs in here to make it look like it's been cut up already. I don't know. Maybe some bits of fence just to make it look again like there's some bits that have been random little log pile. And not the Catholic priest part, but the marrying part, yes. Oh, okay. That was a huge plot in the Vicar of Dibley. It was, yes. So she wanted to marry that guy who was getting married already. I can't remember. No, that was a huge plot in the Vicar of Dibley, and that was back in the 90s and early 2000s, so it definitely was still not written into law that they couldn't or could. So, yeah, it's fairly modern, so yeah. Right, so that's where he gets his wood dropped off. And whatever cart needs to come around here. You know, the ones that pick up the vegetables. And then he's going to have his probably vegetable garden there and a little greenhouse here. And then this path will probably carry off this way as well. We'll do a little bit of a bush up there. Put a little bit of window in. And this place is coming together. Now, my landscaping may be of the basic sort. But you know what? I like it. We need thatch roofs. Interesting, yes. Used shaved oak. Or I could try and strip it myself. Okay. What, as logs? Okay. I don't know if that looks like it's... Ah, good evening, Random. How are you doing? We're still round here having another go at this wonderful, wonderful house that we started last night. So I've got a little bit of a surprise, not for, I guess unless you've been watching for a little while, but we now have ourselves a texture pack for the server. Nothing too crazy, nothing that's been, you know, brought into the game that's going to ruin everything. But it's got some little touches that make it look a bit nicer, a bit more interesting. Show you that off in a bit. Hay bales would work for that, wouldn't they? Ah, just joined. Well, you're in for a surprise then. So we've got some lovely quality of light changes. Like these window panes that now have actual panes in them. So they're now proper bits of glass. But wait, there's more. If we look around this tree, you'll see the main crux of it all. That's right, iron trapdoors have been changed up to now look like quartz trapdoors. And I've got to say, the subtlety and the details there are just perfect, aren't they? Just like absolutely perfect. Same with iron fences. Now that's all been changed up. Remember last stream when we talked about the Wild West thingy? Oh yeah, have you started that up? And we've got some more window panes around these as well. Give that a little bit of a darker pane to it. And also birch trapdoors have been changed up as well to give them a nice flat texture. And what was the other thing? I think it was, oh yeah, sandstone walls now have the smooth texture on them, which I think looks perfect. Yes, it's more a personal project, not to get burnt out. That's ideal, always good to have one of those on the go. Right, just going to get a bit more this in here, maybe a couple of bushes up through here, I'm not really sure. This is that sort of edgy part of the garden that no one really knows what to do with. You sort of think, why don't you build the house over that side a bit more? MS Builds has come back. Lovely. Show you some progress in one set. Oh, cool. So how you doing then, mate? You good? You keeping well? How's Instagram been treating you lately? I've given up with that, really, to be perfectly honest with you. Not really had much to post lately either, so that's kind of why. MS came on to add 2 more cities while you finish up the garden. Oi. Stuck on 40, nearly 40k. It's nothing to be upset about. That's It's beautiful. I've just passed into 4,000, so I'm pretty happy with that. Sorry, keep jumping off playing with more textures. Ooh. What are you adding in now? That's looking nice. Right, let's put this little fence in here so we get ourselves some privacy. Ah. Oh, we'll have it so one's open so you can never tell the difference. I'm not giving up completely, just use it to promote YT post. Yeah, that's fair enough. Nothing, oh right. Right, this house is definitely coming together. So let's get a little bit finished. Toy with making a dark wood framed window, have slightly wider frames than the other ones. Okay, that would make a bit more sense, wouldn't it? Because there'd be a bit of an older variant. So there might be a bit of a thicker. Doesn't look terrible, but not worth changing. Okay, fair enough. Right, let's stick. Let's finish off the windows in this house while we just mess about with that for a little bit longer. Let's move it up a little bit more. Got a nice little encircling pathway there. Lovely stuff. That does look really nice. So let's go inside and enjoy the darkness and see what's going on here. So we need to get some more windows in. It's looking good. Talking of Instagram, so I follow now some pages thanks to MS Builds all about English houses and that. And I saw one today. I think it was on their story or something. I replied and I was like, oh, I'm going to build this in Minecraft. And they were like, oh, that's really cool. I actually know your YouTube and have joined your Discord at some point. And I was like, no way. So they're going to look out for me adding it into Minecraft. And I'm like, I guess I better build it at some point then. Right, so that's level 75, that's 76, so we don't want that. So you guys are going to look at the dark for a second. While we look at where to put windows. So I think this area here is probably safe to put a window in. Make sure it's 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. I think that's probably okay. It's probably the centre of that wall. Yeah, so it sits directly opposite of that one. That's fine. So these ones aren't going to have any fancy sort of things around the side because they just look so good like this anyway. Get back out for a second. I'll probably do the old little lip underneath it as well. There we go, like that. Okay, promise not to rickroll this time. I'm not going to click on that now. What's the English house channel called? I think it's just called... So it's on Instagram. This is called English Properties. They've got about 12,000 followers on there. A grand display of English properties. And so far, I love every picture I've looked at on there. There's just so much. I guess I can somewhat show you what it looks like on here. On my phone with the ring light. Let's try and get out the way of the light. Maybe there. That might help. That's what you're looking for. If it's a rickroll, you can block me. I'm going to block you anyway. It's looking nice. Bit of a different style for yourself, isn't it? Hang on. I recognise that car. That's a nice looking car. No, it's looking good. It's definitely a bit more early 20th century than sort of Wild West, wouldn't you say? Ah, I found it, thank you. No worries. Completely different style. Yes, it is for yourself. Wonder if I put a bay at the back here. What would that look like? Only one way to find out. Doesn't look too bad actually. Looks like it might work. And this will just open this side up to clearly being the living room. Clearly. I like this. This is what I like doing about buildings. I like just throwing things in and seeing how it sticks. I think that looks quite nice. It's got a nice little difference of sort of how the path changes up here. You can clearly see this bit was added a little bit later in the building's life. It's a bit smarter. Maybe up through this corner we could have a little tree, not even tree, just a bit of vine growing or something, a bit of bush. Wraps itself round. It's looking nice. Wait, did you build a similar car? No, no, it's fine. So I looked at one of the cars from your server, which is kind of different from that one. I think they've all been based off similar cars. I don't think cars from that early period of the 20th century all look too dissimilar. It doesn't look exactly the same as any I've seen, so never fear. Grab some of that and some of that. Lovely stuff. Alright, coming back round. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I've let my YouTube channel die a little bit lately. I need to crack back on that at some point soon. I've not had much content out, and I know it's the time of year where a lot of channels definitely succumb to that sort of September, the beginning of fall or beginning of autumn sort of blues. So what happens is everyone goes back to school and work and whatnot from the holidays, and this year is obviously a little bit different. And I need to somehow make it through to winter and carry on growing my channel. I don't see any reason not to. I've just got to get some projects on the go, get some builds on the go before, before it all collapses around me. But with you guys sitting here watching me day by day, it helps me motivate myself to get more content out. So that's always good. I'm working on a canal video on how to build canals. It's going to be what it is. It's a bit of a difficult one to make, so I hope you guys enjoy it nonetheless. But yeah, I'm going to apply for college tomorrow, submit my portfolio. Oh, nice. Either with the roof or without the roof, that's the only difference. Yeah, pretty much. I literally follow about 10 high, yeah. I love to fake house shops, yeah. Yeah, I love just to get inspiration from these places, but I hadn't followed any of these until MS Builds was like, oh, here's a thing. He really is the driving force behind this everything. I get not distracted as such, I just get very run down with it all. It's a lot of work, but it's good fun. Anyway, that's how the back's sort of looking. I'm going to put another window in there. I do like this little thing here. Yeah, I'm going to put a window in the middle here as well, in between those chimney blades. Chimney blades. What, is it a centre of one? No, it's not. We did change the two. Where is the middle? There is the middle. Right, cool. So it would seem that the window comes round, sits one above that. Cool. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What do you think of using chains as drain pipes? I don't think that would work as such. I mean, these aren't even chains. I've already made my first mistake there. I think the only issue is they don't look like a full structure, unfortunately. I like to use fences because they got that sort of a bit more structure to them. Also, they fit in the bottom of the hopper perfectly. In case I'm not here when the stream ends, text me. I want to talk to you about something. Okay, no worries. I'll send you a message in a bit. But yeah, this is coming together quite nicely. Little patio area there. Maybe get some more bushes in here. So this vicarage is kind of a bit old at this point. It's pushing, I would say, about 80 years old at this point. So yeah, it's definitely got well established within its surroundings, which is always nice. I want to make it formal but not too formal, a bit rustic but not too overgrown. That makes sense. We'll go, like I said, I'll put the lawn in there in a minute. This is how I don't know. I like detailing builds like this. They do take their time, don't they? So you come in, and this is the main reception room, and we can have 2 fireplaces. I guess. Oh. Interesting. Who's just crashed the server then? Who's even been on? Right, let's see what's happening there. I'm just going to let that sort itself out. You're bad. I think it was. Huh, I love it. Always a Tuesday night when this happens. Right, let's quickly just log in. Have a look at the console. Interesting. Yeah, got kicked around me. I think, yeah. I'm still here, no crash. It's definitely crashed. And it needs to reboot itself. Ah, a little bit annoying. Right, I am gonna... Let's click stop on that, see what happens. Happened like... God, we were on the stream the other day when this happened, weren't we? Ah, excellent stuff. But yeah, let's go take a way over here. Oh, we can look at the list here. Yeah, you will get kicked. Yeah, I'm out too. Yeah, the server, I'm just closing it, letting it do its reboot cycle. Yeah. It crashed by the looks of it. So anyway, I don't know. Yeah, this new server pack, this new texture pack we're gonna have. Oh, I guess we need to put a little back screen in it. Be an interesting thing to do. But yeah, so we're gonna sort out put whatever you want here. We're gonna sort out how it all looks, makes it look a bit nicer and that. Obviously, you know, I've got some other ones I don't really use anymore. Haven't used for a long time. Optifine internal resources. Yeah, I've never used that. I didn't even know it was a thing. Let's see if the server's back up. No, it's still crashing. Yeah, I think most of us were. I was looked at the... Okay, let me start it back up, see what happens. It doesn't seem like anything bad happened. No. There was no big commands. Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah. So, what are you guys up to? Who out there is in the chat still sitting there plugging away? We're probably going to go for another hour after this. Dem for Skirit has followed. I feel like you've been here for a little while tonight. Hopefully you've enjoyed what you've been seeing so far. And you haven't just been watching this bit here. I think you were the one making the track, weren't you, with the the noises I've been making all day. Let's see if this is back up now. Yep, seems to be back up. I don't think I've lost anything. I'll just knocking out this hole here in the wall. I think that's about it. Oh, we're probably going to have to build some sort of chimney breast. Maybe 2 of them. So we actually get some chimneys in here. I don't know why I'm taking so much effort and time over this one house, but I kind of like this house. I think it's quite a nice little neat looking house. That was random. Yeah, really random. I don't think anything's... It doesn't seem like anything's actually happened. I think we'll follow that all the way up. Why are you all blaming it on me? It wasn't me. Getting your build rhythm on with this one. Yeah, I am actually. Yeah, I'm just playing some WoWs in between watching. Some WoWs, as in World of Warcrafts. Do we want that on there? Is that going to affect the Feng Shui? That's not how you say the word. I don't know if chimney breasts work on this one now. Oh, well, the warships, I see. It's about to kick off and say, I wish I was playing a bit of WoW. So that needs to come around to there. Okay. Lovely stuff, right? Yeah, I like it when I get a proper into it build. I wonder what I could do with these chimney breasts to make them look a bit more interesting. Maybe just texture a bit of it. Looks like a bit of broken. Bit more weathered. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Ever played it or any war games titles? World of War Tanks I played. Is that what it's called? World of War Tanks? World of Tanks? I've played that one, I think. Well, I might just be in a mission on one of the Call of Duties. MS, I need your keen eye. Yes, World of Tanks. Yes, that is one. Okay. Or perhaps War Thunder. No, that's the aircraft one. No, I've not played that one. Right, let's put a fireplace in here then. How are we going to texture this? Well, I do like using this now. It does have tanks too. Oh, I see. With what? Oh, just I wanted to see whether it looked all right with these chimney breasts on the side, or whether I need to move the actual chimney stacks over one block into there. That's the big thinking time, this one. Oh no. Those anvils are going to fall and they're all going to... Yes, I'm pressing buttons. With them in one. Oh, what? In one on... What do you mean? One of the games I really play the most. Postscriptum. You've not even come over, have you? Oh, you had it. Oh, right. Oh, okay. Well, and the chimney breast out like this. Okay. Just let those fall. Quickly grab that. Works great as well. Okay. I'm watching the stream. So, okay. So, like, yeah, but I think if it had it going vertically straight up like that, I think that looks better. With the chimney breast carrying on all the way up to the same level. So that means they would need to come out by one. Oh, yes, there we go. There's our Discord link. Also, Hell Lets Loose. It's pretty nice as well. Okay. Right, let's move these out by one then. Move one back. Do the same here. Not sure about these signs anyway. They didn't really add too much to it. Nothing of any value. Right. And then popped out chimney breasts. On the other side like that. So I've pretty much just altered the entirety of this building again, and I think it looks a lot better this way around now. So what I'm going to do is just put those little bits of fence on there again, a bit more, not fence, stair to add a bit more detail. I think that's the right height, and then we'll just copy and paste that across. I'm surprised, not really. There we go. I think that looks better, to be honest. Yeah, that still works really nicely. I like that. I think that looks good. Yeah, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, to be perfectly honest with you. But I don't always take detail in the right place. So I like to make sure things look, you know, as good as they can do. But I don't always spend too long trying to detail something that doesn't need it, if that makes sense. So what we were doing, we were putting the fireplaces in here, weren't we? Done. No. Let's grab out a piece of that. It's quite a big room, so I'll have 2 fireplaces in it. Clearly, we've got 2 chimneys. Done. 2 fireplaces. And it'll be the same over here. Obviously, this build is never going to be internally done, but you know how it goes with me. Yeah, that's looking nice. Right, so there's a couple of things I want to get done with this house now. We'll do the lawn in a moment. What we're going to tackle now is this little garden. Greenhouse. Let me get up a picture of a Victorian greenhouse and see where we can go from here. Edwardian greenhouses, so. Interesting. Can you guys see? Probably not. Now you guys can see. There we go. So these look perfect for what I kind of want to do. There we go, nice little brick base, and then a bit more of a frame around it. Doesn't have to be too fancy. He is only the vicar. This is quite nice. It's got like a little side panel on it. Don't know what that does. Edwardian and Victorian greenhouses. Let's go with this sort of model. Okay, I think we're gonna crack one of those out. Right. Wouldn't it be good if you could just use looms as a way to repaint doors, change streets up a bit? Oh, that'd be incredible. I like different coloured painted doors. They always look so smart. So what I'm going to do is grab out the base, which we're going to be using a bit of brick for, to go along with the rest of this place. Now the one I'm looking at is I'm guessing it's an odd shape, so go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clearly places down 6 blocks. And then we come down 15 blocks this way. It's about 11. Place it into about there. What is that looking like? That's looking 15 by 7. Cool. That's a good size for a greenhouse. Now, from the little image I'm looking at, it also, like I said, has this bit that kicks out. So we're going to move that back. Probably move it back 2. Put it right up against that wall nearly. And we're going to put out this little front door section. So, in the middle there. We'll have it 3 wide so we can get a bit of detail around the doorway, and then we'll bring that into there and do the same like that. Okay, so now it's just a case of putting some glass around this build. I would probably hazard a guess we need to include some form of paneling. Now I'm going to probably go for maybe andesite. Actually, it would seem that the wall around the base is actually fairly tall, which would make sense. We can come back and detail this with a bit of granite in a minute. Now, obviously, that would be full of your flower beds and that in there. I have no idea what to do for this back alley. Oh yeah, back alleys are always quite hard to do. I can't help you there. Now, I would love to be able to use... I could actually use my new blocks and see how that goes. Or I could also use some fences. Do fences attach to glass yet? No, they don't, do they? But I think what I'm going to do is probably put the glass on the inside of this. Because I like the look of how it's going to look with a bit of fencing around it. Is that not an odd number there? Why is that 6? And why is that also 6? Okay, we'll see how this goes. So across this bit here, we kind of want... So what I'm going to do is, like I said, use this new texture that MS Builds has brought to life. It's got this little bit of painage on it. Painage. Strip, do a couple of little colours down here. I think just that colour across the top. It's got a bit of a flat roof on it. What about different? Okay, actually, a simpler way for the door idea would just to be use leather armor. If you dye it and you can make some. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. Horizontal panels needed, yes. Also, red light district, you already did that. Okay, fair enough. I like this better, but I also don't like that better. So that's gonna go up that section like that. Then across the roof, we'll do it like that. I mean, I feel like we're already using this as a this new texturing, but I honestly love it. I think it looks great. Just gives that extra little bit of detail that we've always been looking for in this game. There is so much more glass materials they really should add to this game. It's never enough. Don't know about that. Don't know about that. I think the vicar will be pleased. Go back to the image over here. I think what I'm going to do is actually place granite around the base. Breaks it up a little bit. Maybe across the top use some iron bars instead. I just don't know about using like fences now. What do you guys think? What are you thinking about this? Let me know. I find greenhouses are so difficult unless you do them on like a Royal Botanic estate. Yeah, they are, because glass just doesn't work in the way you want it to work. Now, I've gone for quite a dark sort of texture on this one. To be honest, I think it kind of works. I think we're just gonna have to somewhat run with it. I think the texture here in the glass itself gives a little bit of extra to it. But then again, I just don't know. Right, let's put it in and see what it looks like. All glass will try wall for connection. Could try wall. What, wall of pain, do you mean? No, I think it only partially works if you have connected textures for glass. Helps a bit. I mean, I'm going for like a proper oldie-woldy one where it's got, obviously, all the beams. Let's have a go with some glass. Maybe use some granite, I think all glass, really. Still better than back in the day when glass used to connect to nothing. Yeah, that's true. It's very, very true. Don't know, we're just going to try this and see how it looks. If it ruins the whole build, we'll just tear it down and never build it again, never speak of it again. The conversation will always be taken away from the greenhouse. It will never be taken back to the greenhouse. But I do like to try different things from time to time. From a distance, kind of works. How far the base game really came since day one. Oh yeah, it really is. And it's nice because, you know, so many people play it every day still. It's just one of those games that you could never really finish playing. What do you think about the fences? Do they actually give any detail to it, or do they sort of hinder it a little bit? If you could add one feature to MC right now, what would you add and why? I think my answer to that would be quartz trapdoors. And my answer, my reason why, is because they look absolutely gorgeous. And there is nothing wrong with this. And it kind of goes against my whole mantra of having vertical slabs. But that's not a slab, that's a trapdoor. No one can tell me otherwise. There's also like quarter circles ones where they have a flat wall, a curved back. Yes, yes. Hello, how's everyone doing? Good evening, how are you doing? I'm good, thanks. Trying to tackle building a greenhouse using the new textures supplied by MS Builds. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, does it? It doesn't look terrible. I think it kind of works. Maybe get rid of this. Have that open to the elements like that. We could put some flowers out here or something. I think maybe a couple of flower beds, growing beds out here. Would you have trapdoors as solid objects, or would you have them opening? You know, like, it would be a solid object for sure. Ah, okay, that's some interesting news. But we shan't go into it now. So you're saying it's a 6 out of 10 currently? Okay. How do I get that up to a 10 out of 10? Oh, right. I don't know. It seems to be streaming okay. I'm not getting any errors saying it's bad. I vibe with the greenhouse. It's a 7 from me. Okay. To be honest, I like the colours of it. I like the new texture I've been using here, which is the light stained glass. Glass with a bit of extra foliage on it. Now, let's see what it looks like in some shaders. I mean, for my first greenhouse, I think from a distance, maybe over a hill or over a dale somewhere, from far away, you can tell it's a greenhouse. Solid design, but room for improvement, ain't it? Okay. What would you say I need to change about it? Because I'm always open to answers. I mean, it is literally just a glass box at the moment. Add greenery, bump it up. Oh yeah, we're not. Oh, we're not done with adding without. We're gonna put some flowers in it and stuff. I think these harsh corners there need to go. Nothing. 7 is my favourite number, and that's why I said 7. I give it a 9. I feel like I'm trying to talk you guys into giving me more than it's worth. Please don't. We must build only exactly. I am not the best builder in the world, so if given more time, I could probably. Actually, I think I'll put some vegetables out here. Quickly, get the carrots in there, you fool. The carrots, I say, the carrots. There we go. Maybe I'm being picky. I'm not sure, honestly, but you know when you just feel something is missing. I can't. To be honest, there is something quite missing about it, but it's also probably the fact that it's not using a default texture anymore either. A little something for everyone. Oh well. It's just a. Let's have a look, see what it looks like in the real thing. Just gonna look grey, isn't it? I've also got connected textures on, so maybe add some half-grown pumpkins and watermelons inside. Oh yeah, we'll go inside. Do you know what? Connected textures just is so wrong. It's wrong. Ugh. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Right, let's turn that off. Or you could be a desert terrarium. Oh yeah, put some cacti inside. No, this is the vicar's place for growing his veg. But yes. They're not the best thing. Please leave me be, sir. But I'm just going to take a quick little 5-minute break. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. See you then. Alright, I'm back. Let's go carry on with this for a little bit, get some stuff finished up. Let's put some little stuff inside it before you guys cry too hard about that. Maybe some melons and some courgettes and some pumpkins and whatnot. At the front we've got some carrots growing. I'm going to take the path up to about here. And then from there probably go to a bit of an andesite base in here. I'm thinking sort of andesite and maybe stone. Let's set it to 1 and then 1.6. I'm a little bit, I don't know, annoyed that I haven't made more progress with this build so far. It is weighing on my mind slightly at the moment that I've got a lot to do and not enough time to do it in. So I think I am going to start Sutton before Christmas. The reason I haven't jumped straight into it yet is because it's going to be obviously more of the same thing as this. Oh no, we want to put an outdoor vegetable patch here. So it's going to be more of the same thing of me building lots of buildings, lots of houses. And I hope you guys want to see that. That's the problem. I genuinely don't know what people want these days. It gets a little bit hard because I'm literally happy to build and build and build towns and cities forever and ever and ever. So as long as you guys want to see that, I'm going to be here delivering that to you guys. And with this new sort of quality of life texture pack we've just got, my thoughts about how I could use it in so many aspects of my builds are just skyrocketing. And I want to, like I said, make it available to you guys to have the tools in order to make your lives easier as well when it comes to building in this style. Because I know it's not an easy style of building. Because Minecraft isn't tailored around it, but we are going to sort of hopefully inspire more and more people to take on the challenge of building towns and cities in a Victorian and a Georgian way. So that is my hope. But I do want to build some big stately homes as well. So I'm trying to balance project after project after project in my mind. I just don't know what to do. And the shipyards. Yes, we're going to build the shipyards in the Devonport copy down there in Sutton. But that's the thing, there's so many little aspects of building a town. It's not going to just be a town, it's going to be a whole sort of environment. I don't know. I need to find out how to... I know how to grow on YouTube, I just need to do it. And this is my sort of conversations every time on here. I'm just so worried that I'm wasting a good opportunity to grow, but I'm not. Hey, that doesn't look half bad. So anyway, in here we're going to put in some raised beds at the back around the sides like so. Do my best at covering up the extremities with that, but obviously we can't do all the corners, but I think that would probably fix us in. So around here we're going to put in, we haven't got any cucumbers have we, so we're going to put more carrots in. Put some potatoes down this side. But yeah, like I said, if you're here for the ride, then please stay. I need this. Where do we get my melons from? You got any melons? Have you got any melons? Pumpkin seeds. None of these are going to grow, are they? Because I ain't got no irrigation. Hang on. Can you irrigate it from underneath? I don't know. Does it have to be... Look, I haven't played Minecraft in many years. What do you mean? You're playing it right now? It needs to be on the same level. That'll do. And hopefully those pumpkins can grow up and it'd be nice. I don't think that looks too bad, to be honest. I think that looks quite nice. And what we could do is maybe add some vines or something growing down so it looks a bit more humid in here, a bit more tropical, a little bit unkept, a little bit interesting, a couple of vines on the outside as well. Maybe these longer sections. But you know what? For a little greenhouse in the back of some vicar's garden, I think it's alright, to be honest. I love every build I build, to be honest. Like, every build has some sort of fun to it. Right, so this little corner over here, just going to patch it in with this. We've got the lawn to go up and do in a second. And we've got some more windows to add that side. Maybe a couple more around the back as well. I'm devastated I can't take a nice picture of this with shaders on, but I'll take a picture of it nevertheless. I'll post it on the Instagrams and just say Vicar's House, full of him and his entourage. And we spell it Hoose as well with the Scottish sort of accent there. Hey, what's up? Just joined back from the pub quiz. Oh, nice. I remember you saying last week about your pub quiz. How'd it go? Maybe your last one for a little while. We don't know what's happening next week yet, but yeah, there's some more restrictions coming back in, but never mind that. Right. I'm liking the lower garden. I think that actually looks quite subtle and quite nice. We've got lots of little details in garden. Gardens always do bring quite a bit of happiness to me. Don't know why it is, but this flows really well. Not going to lie. You've got a nice path in the front, gets around to the back, but you also got a little gate over here. Looks like your you need a garden expert. No, I won't be that. One, it was a tiebreaker. Oh, nice. I think what we could do is possibly put some little ferns on top of these bushes as well. See, my problem is I always think of the big picture and I've got so much else to build. So I end up, you know, not really getting down in the details too much sometimes. What? I don't know, you wanting my offhand comment about restrictions being in place? What are you building today? So I'm currently carrying on with the vicarage I started last night. Lovely little building over here. This one right here, and yeah, we're just gonna get it finished up. It's actually almost done, to be honest. Just got the garden to finish off, which is gonna put the lawn in. I'm gonna put a couple of. What I'm doing with these bits of blocks here, is gonna change that up to some ferns and some little bits of tall grass on there, so it looks a bit more interesting. So let's take the bottom corner over here. Go up this way. Probably don't need to be this high, but it helps. Okay, and up to about there. Cool. So what is that? Is that cyan? Yeah. Right, replace cyan with fern. Do I want fern? I want tall grass as well. There we go. That gives you a nice little extra little bit of detail on there. Looks like your bushes have grown up a slight bit. Don't look half bad, does it? Right, what I'm going to do is quickly fill in that. Someone completely random about how many times a word is said in the song. Oh, hate those sorts of questions. Unless you know it, you don't know it. Oh. Do I follow them? I don't know. Right, now this is the favourite part of the video, where I go around and fill in random things with glass. We're not going to put a window down that bottom bit. No siree. We're going to keep that slightly different. Although we do need to make this all feel a bit more homogeneous. Upstairs now. So we've got a window there. Can we put a window opposite that? We can. Oh, we can have 3 windows across the back here. Nice. We shall do that in the same. Right, there needs to be 5 in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I feel like tonight we've actually spent more time talking about the game itself. Ooh, that does look really nice. But yeah, so Harvey, I don't know if you just joined. We have got a new texture pack on the way that MS Builds has been working on. You can see here we've got a little bit of extra detail around these windows. Makes it look a lot nicer. Do I want connected textures back on now that I've got that turned off? I don't even know. Alright, let's see. Turn it off fancy. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? It needs to have 5 in between. That's only 4. Yep. There we go. Okay, this window doesn't go in. Sorted. So we had those two windows. That window doesn't go in. This one does. Is that directly opposite that one? Is that in the center? Perfect. It's like I planned it. So what do you guys think of me using like birch logs? Sorry, birch is like the actual bricks. I love this texture, I'm not going to lie. I really find it brings a lot out of the build. I'm going to put the window ledge on that one, see how that looks from the front. It's hidden by the chimney breast. Booyah. Perfect. Put them around the back. One there as well. Do you know what? I don't think that works there. I do think that needs to go like that. Sorry, I'm just mumbling to myself about this build now. It's weird, after you take a break from Twitch, it's really hard to get the same sort of numbers back up again for a little while. Where I was streaming like every day, it was I think it looks neat. Yeah, I think it looks getting there. I was streaming every day, and obviously that was doing me well, getting loads of people in. But now it's a bit more of a select crowd. It's a nice crowd. It's the usuals, the irregulars. So thank you guys for sticking around for all of this. Right, green concrete powder is my weapon of choice here. Now, which way shall I mow the lawn? I'm going to mow it this way. I quite like it. The glass gives a little thin render that adheres to the block. Yes, I think so. I think I know what you mean. I'll probably mow it up to about there. So we could either stack it, if I'm going to count. Maybe I will count. So let's stack it, I say 10, and hand place to rest. I think 12 will probably do us. 13. 14. Can we go for 15? It's called the race of the stripes. We can probably go 16. Maybe even 17. Look at that, 17's done it. Let's take this one in. Can we stack it? I can probably stack 1. There we go. Oh, 2 maybe. 2. I should definitely be a commentator for races. Oh, and I don't know where the horses are gone. And they're out of here. We'll take it up 2 more to there. We probably could have get another strip in like that. Yeah, so I think this is probably one of the builds I've spent the most amount of time on recently. And I'm not going to lie, I have really enjoyed it. I needed it, to be honest. I needed a little project build to get my teeth stuck into. There we go, you got a nice little bit of mowed lawn section there. Maybe in here we'll put a flower bed in. So, stick to our sort of motif of andesite. The effect the birch provides, it makes more sense. Yes, yeah. I kind of get what you mean. It's more about it being a bit more like... Did I show you what build it was based on, Zio? If not, let me show you. It was based on one in Southampton. It's more of the creamy sort of coloured bricks. Where was it? There, I think. What was that say? Southampton, the New Forest. Oh yeah, that's exactly correct because that's where the magistrates' courts are. Yeah, so it's you know based on this type of building. Where is the exact one I based off of? This road gets really complicated because the Google Street Guide just didn't go down it properly. God, do you know what Street View is? Probably my favourite tool. That's very nice. Have we gone too far up? No, we're not far up enough. Here we go. So it's based on that one there. So you can see it's like a brick. I know what you mean now, yes. Did they mow the lawn a lot in Victoria and Georgian Regency times? Of course they did. They would always mow the lawns. Keep them nice and prim and plush and proper. They'd just be hand mowed. Oh yeah, they would always be out mowing their lawns. Right, a bit of a flower bed in here. What I'm going to do is take a bit of this coarse dirt. That's just normal dirt. Take a bit of poo tool and a bit of coarse dirt. Whack that all out. Make ourselves a nice little flower bed. Where it's hard. Got there in the end, yeah, no problem. I knew what you meant after the first sentence. I just wanted to push you a little bit. Because I'm a horrible, horrible person. Now let's get some tulips in this little corner over here. A couple over here. I like to go for maybe a bit of lilac, or should we go for something a bit more of a peony? Peony, that's how you say it. Nice bit of flowers in there. Also go for some bit of a bush at the back. A bit more of an exotic one. He says exotic because it's a jungle leaf, but I don't really think it's actually that exotic. And then in between, we could just throw some stuff and things in. A bit of grass, a few weeds around the place. You reckon shops are gonna stay open? Schools? Don't know. I don't know. Who really knows? Because they've just announced that you can't probably meet up to more than 6 people from Monday, socially anywhere. This is why I called you the blue screen. Hello. For the last bit of the stream. Welcome. How is it going, mate? Been a little while. Oh, that's looking really fancy. If I do say so myself. Have you seen the new texture pack, sir? I will give you a little showcase of it in a second. It's going to have a bit more of a wild garden over this side. Oh, I'm really liking that, especially with the new little bits of texture on it. So I'm going to put a little bits of tuft of grass through here. So it looks at, I've got it in my hand, might as well do it like that. And a bit more down there. And oh, I just want to go back in and fill in the side of the hat windows. But yes, so Frinky, or Finky, or however we say it, we have a new texture pack for the server. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. MS Builds has designed it. Texture pack coming, the new dock lanes. Yeah. We'll come back there in a second. It's only going to be a meme for this one time only, while we figure out how good it is. But you can already see it here. The lining around these windows. The lining around these windows. Sorry, I got a little bit overexcited there. Right, so let me just block up this. The poor vicar and his entourage can no longer get light into their house. Upstairs we go. Really up. Right, how many windows we got up here? Not too many. Sorry guys, this is your favourite bit of the stream, but it's nearly done. I'm thinking what I might have to do is copy and paste this build somewhere else so I can get a nice screenshot of it with some shaders on. We should really have a testing world for that. Prepare for WC. Yeah. How about a table where they are having some brunch? Victorians like to leisure outside. They did, yes. Now, I always like to build little wicker tables, and wicker was very popular at the turn of the century. So we're going to add a little wicker table. I always add those to my gardens, which we'll go sit at one, actually, in a bit, in Dock Lane. This town is actually starting to really get quite big. Jaden Z 2011, thank you for following. Welcome to the stream. Final window blocked up. Now I also blocked up the wall, the door, didn't I? So we're going to leave through there. And we have ourselves a vicarage. I gotta say, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Like, really happy. Now to get a good picture of it in shaders, and I don't think it's possible, and it's going to make me cry. When in doubt, wicker it out. That looks really nice. I don't think I'm going to be unpleased with that. That's come out exactly how I wanted it to. This nice leafy house at the end of the street, where it'd be directly opposite the school or terraced, and when you've turned in from looking at the dreariness of the workhouse, it'll be over there. I'm sure I have an infinite way to make the same phrase. Have iron bars been changed in this texture pack? Yes, they have. They've been changed to a bit more of a darker look. That looks really nice in the background there. Yeah, I really like this house. Nice little garden. But yes, somewhat. Yeah, they've been addressed to look a bit more like... I think this is the pre-update texture. We actually have got a second texture for this now as well, which is a bit more like an anvil. So we'll get that going in a bit. I will show you all of that in a moment. I'll change the P time to 8 AM, see what it looks like in this light. It's a really nice looking house. Blackstone roofs look good. Yes, that looks... Do you know what? So this is the house it was based on. The snippet you can see of it there. And... I am really happy with how that's turned out. Yeah. So from that, we've managed to create an entire house, giving it a little bit of history, giving it a little bit of interest. That looks good. Right, so let's take a little wander. We'll come back and at the wicker table in a bit. Take a wander through town, and let me show you what's changed. So our first addition. The iron trapdoors replaced to look like quartz. Just makes so much sense, doesn't it? It makes so much sense. Why are we looking at this building? Window frames that have a slight different texture and darkness about them. Why are you rating on my builds? But look at them. Just look. And also birch trapdoors as well, which have become fully slabified. Now, this is not to make it look like vertical slabs, no. This is making it look more like a window box, using definite trapdoors. And here as well, we have retextured sandstone walls to look like smooth sandstone walls, which ultimately really should be a thing, and I don't know why it's not. Also, why am I talking to the character when I can talk to you guys directly? Anyway, my eyes. That light is bright. So, we're coming round... Buckland Place is definitely becoming the new Dock Lane, because just look at it. Look at this. Look at that. Look at it all. Oh. It's just got so much better. That front door is open, and it was open in my render as well, and it really annoyed me. How have you done that? It's a texture pack. We've got a new texture pack in here. Brings enjoyment when you get defensive. That was actually the first time I've seen your avatar. What? Really? I show him off in every video I make. Not every stream, but all my YouTube videos, I swear. He's always looking back at the camera. Have you not watched the Servitor? Because if you haven't watched the Servitor, you've missed out on a little bit more than just my avatar. But yeah, it's a pretty nice skin. Anyway, we've got some more to show you. What else has been changed? Nout. Yeah, we have kept most of the trapdoors the same. It's just the birch ones that have changed. Is there a way to download this texture pack? Now that will be coming later once we finalised exactly how we're going to be showing it off. There's a few little tweaks that still need to be made just to make sure it's all tickety-boo and working properly. So black glass has also been texturized, and it now has this sort of nice iron look around it as well. So these lamps look a lot better now. I haven't been on YouTube for a bit. I've been using streams to help me get through schoolwork. No worries. Have a little check out of the latest video I put up, which is the server tour, which just gives you an entire look around everything. I wasn't wearing the mankini actually, although I could do that. I can't wait to get on the server and check everything out for myself. Hey, that's pretty cool. Yeah, make sure you head on over to our Discord to find out how. But also, yes, there is that server tour video, which is ultimately one of my best videos. Again, I do love making them, and it will show you what everyone's been up to over the last 4 months, 12 weeks, I don't know anymore. But here we go. Here we go. Where's the music? Got any good music? There we go. Some nice slow music as we gaze on up at Dock Lane for the 3rd time this stream. The 3rd time this stream. But you can just see how much detail this new texture pack brings to this sort of build. Those window panes make it feel incredible. I need to get rid of that because that makes it look awful. Hey, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, eh? Get back in. Oh god. Oh no. Alright, no one ever look at that window sill. Not far off. Oh. Just look. This is perfect. Let's see how close we can get to this texture. Honestly, there is nothing wrong with how subtly different it looks and how beautiful it works now. These builds just come to life. The whiteness of that window box. I have never looked at something and been more well, we won't go there, but just look at it. So close and yet so far with that window. These 4 high windows here. Ooh. Ooh. Hang on, let's change the lighting. I need to get a 4 PM shot. What does need happening though is we need to fill in these glass bits. I am the one with the quartz and the quartz is with me. Yes, my new mantra. Just look at it. I liked iron before, you know, it had a nice sort of off-white colour to it, but when we actually go for white, we go down the actual route it was meant to go. This little seam around the top now. I have never seen a detail like that in Minecraft before. This has brought a whole new meaning to like Victorian builds. This texture pack needs to become synonymous with Victorian building in this game. You know how like Fwips and some others come, you know, like Blue Nerds, they all sort of are the medieval building texture packs people like and use. This one has to be the Victorian one. As it's subtle, it doesn't change too much, it doesn't change anything. You're in love with architecture. I think in love is a not a strong enough word. Ooh, oh yes, I actually prefer that. Anyway, here we are in the wicker table, over here, squatting, looking back at Dock Lane through the trees. You're going to fix that stair off camera, right? My OCD needs to know that. The stair is already fixed, so don't worry about that. Brought a whole new level to Dock Lane memes. Oh, guys. Well, anyway, it's been a nice stream tonight. Who should we go raid? Is there anyone to raid? Should we go raid someone? Is that a thing? I don't even know. How do I even see who's online? No, we won't do that today. We'll figure out who to raid next time and where to go. But if you look behind me, oh no, that's gonna make me misbehave. That just look at it. It's as close as you're gonna get to a quartz wall until Mojang goes, you know what a guy needs? He needs a quartz wall, doesn't he? Oh, yes. Maybe we should give him a quartz wall. I don't know. He's got 2 pieces of quartz back to back. Oh, slightly like that. I think that works. Yeah. I've lost my mind. Should we head on back over this way and sum up? Oh, Lord. What are we missing out on? What haven't we seen yet? I think that's pretty much all the new textures. There's a few things that probably do need updating and changing, but hey, we're getting there. This whole part of Wolverhampton is just garbage. But this section isn't. Oh, this is next level. But yeah, do like... I could do that, yeah. Or I just start tweeting at them a bit more. Get some more clout and see what they think. I'm not going to get more Twitter clout. Wear them down until I do it. I mean, I can probably go get some. I just love it. I just love this new texture pack. Anyway, guys, it's been a fun stream tonight. We got quite a lot done. We got the entirety of this plot finished, and that brings up this whole side of Bridge Street to being 100%. Now, what's left to do is we'll be moving on to building these over here again, finishing them off, getting in the 2 more houses there, and then starting the school, because that needs to be started. When the school is done, we'll put 3 more houses in here, sit up against the road, finish that road round there, and then we'll start the workhouse and the pub, and then from the pub we're we need to work our way around the circle, really. Alright, we'll have to, maybe we'll cross the road, do the houses there, do the school. Yeah, I think that's enough space for a school. Come back down here, do those, do the school field. Ah, yes, do those. Come back up to the workhouse. The workhouse is going to be the final thing in the episode, I think. Send them 2 renders a day until they give in. Yeah, that's a good idea. But, yes, guys. So this has been another good stream, and I will see you next time with some more. Oh, yeah, don't forget the water tower. Wherever that's going to sit. The illustrious water tower. It's going to be part of the complex of the workhouse. But hey, that street's looking so good. So good. Alright guys, I'm going to try and leave. I'm trying to leave. I've been trying to leave for quite a while. Good night. I'll be back in the week. If not, at the weekend. If not, next Tuesday. So we'll see you then. Goodbye.